Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Shooting Fadeaways. You already know who it is. Shit. Um, Third episode of the year. Third episode. I believe this is third. Yeah, I don't know what episode it is, but I'm dropping episode once a week now. I got time. I got fucking time now. Shit. But yeah, man, let's get right into this. Let's get right into some news. What's been going on the past week or so. Um, Before I get into it, Zion Williamson is playing today. Today's Wednesday, January 22nd. Um, I'm excited. I really do hope he plays. I didn't check the updates, but I'm hoping he plays. I'm definitely gonna watch that game. I believe it's at 6:30 on ESPN. I hope everyone did, or everyone that's gonna be listening to this. I hope you guys did watch it because I'm excited to see what he can do. I'll definitely talk about it on the next episode. See how we did. So I'm excited. Let's see what Zion can do. Let's see what he can do. But yeah, let's get into some news. So this past week, we got rumors going on about the Timberwolves wanting D'Angelo Russell from the Warriors. I like that. I mean, it would be pretty cool to see him and what's his name, Carl Anthony Towns play together. That'd be pretty dope. I think that would be kind of nice, but I also don't like it. I also don't like it. I mean, it looks good on paper, but I just don't think it's gonna work out too well. I mean, D'Angelo Russell's been balling out these past 2 years. Um, I kind of want to see him stay with the Warriors. It'll be kind of to see what happens next year. I think maybe they might trade him next year. I don't know what his contract is. Maybe it's 3 years. I'm not 100% sure what the contract is, but I would like to see him play with a healthy Clay and a healthy Curry together. Those three, I think you can run all three of them together in the starting lineup or just certain times in the game. That would be such an offensive threat. I think the Warriors just probably need to pick up a few, like another big man, another defender, and that would work out if they ran those three guards together. So hopefully the trade doesn't happen. The Warriors keep on denying the trade. They kept on saying we are going to keep D'Angelo Russell, which is good. His trade value hasn't gone down. If anything, it's gone up. He's been doing well. I mean, he's been injured. He's been on and off this year, but it's not going to really affect anything just because the Warriors aren't doing too well. So I think his trade value will stay the same even going into next year. Like I said, give it a shot. See what happens next year. See what happens between October to February. If nothing good happens, make a trade. But though I think the Warriors are playing it smart, keep them. Don't give them up, especially in the Western Conference. Don't give them up in the Western Conference. Um, Maybe Cat might leave. I don't know what the deal with the Timberwolves are, but I haven't really read into it or heard any news about him. But I would like. I don't know. The Timberwolves. I think the organization is just terrible. They gave so much money to Andrew Wiggins, and he hasn't done much. I mean, hey, you're entitled to your money, but I just think the Timberwolves overpaid him. So I think that's why they're trying to make it up by getting D'Angelo on the team so Cat could stay. Because if you saw Sports Illustrated, Cat, Russell, and Devin Booker, they're really good friends. I believe all three of them. So there could be a chance where they all play together. I don't know where or if that is gonna happen, but if it does happen, I would like to see it not in Minnesota, just because that front office is terrible, and they don't. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. I really doubt that it's gonna happen, but I do hope. Excuse me, man. My mic. Something's wrong with my mic. All right. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Damn it. Sorry. Like I'm looking at my laptop is seeing the my volume level. It keeps on fluctuating. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not sure if you guys hear it, but um, one more. Give me another second. All right. I did turn it up a little bit, so it might be a little bit louder, but hey, it's better than being quiet, right? It's better than being quiet. But yeah, Um, yeah, hopefully, I don't know. I would like to see that in the future, but I do like where they are, where the current three players are, where they're right now. Build around them, you know. I mean, obviously the Phoenix Suns got DeAndre Ayton, and it's been helping Devin Booker. I see those numbers. So it's hopefully, hopefully it changes. I mean, the Suns are doing a lot better, so there's an improvement from last year to this year. So, uh, hopefully that stays. Um, some more trades. So Jeff Teague got traded to the Atlanta Hawks. If you know, Jeff Teague did play for the Hawks for like his first 7, 8 years in his career, and then he left free agency to the Timberwolves. That's when Jimmy Butler was there. He went when Jimmy Butler went. Um, I think Jeff Teague is pretty much going to be leaving once he's a free agent. Um, I know he doesn't. I believe Jeff Teague is he's a starter, but not a. He's like in between a backup to a starter. I would lead him towards more of a starter on a good team. Like, I don't know. I would like to see him on a. I don't like to see him backing up for Trey Young. Obviously, Trey Young is balling out and everything like that, and I don't want to see Jeff T coming off the bench, and I believe he doesn't want to be playing off the bench or behind Jeff Teague, or not Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague doesn't want to play behind Trey Young, so it was kind of a weird trade, to be honest. From my point of view, I didn't really like it. I didn't really see why, but then obviously the Atlanta Hawks don't have a backup point guard, a legit backup point guard for Trey Young, someone that can give him some resting time, and Jeff Teague can give him that time, but I just think that they didn't need to make a trade. They could have picked somebody up on free agency or somebody younger. Like I think they want to run a veteran, which is I do think is smart, but I just think the options out there there's better options. I'm not saying Jeff Teague is not a better option. I just don't want to see Jeff Teague in the Hawks. I would like, Jeff Teague, if Jeff Teague was coming off the bench for somebody, I would like to see him come off the bench in somebody from the Sixers or the Celtics, because they do have great point guards already. But I would like to see him. I think he would make a bigger impact on those teams that are trying to make the playoffs than a team that is just trying to develop, which the Atlanta Hawks are just trying to develop. Nothing wrong with that, but I just see him better off going to Boston Celtics or the Sixers. I do see him in Indiana. Indiana might be a good spot for him. He could be a starter, possibly. Yeah, he could be a starter. So hopefully, he free agency he leaves. Sorry, Atlanta. I want to see him on a different team. I do like Jeff Teague. He's one of those players that are just under the radar, and he when you need him, he's there. So hopefully, we see a change in that. Hopefully, during summertime, or maybe even before the trade deadline, they trade him. But I highly doubt it, because the Hawks need a point guard. So, but I think they shouldn't have never made that trade. Oh, and let's move on to Brandon Ingram. So Brandon Ingram this past week, he dropped 49 points, I believe. Yeah, 49 points. Man, he was freaking balling out. He was balling out. I mean, he went off. I don't even know who they played against. I can't even remember, but he went off, man. See, this is the Ingram I wanted to see in LA, coming out of college, where'd he go? Duke, I believe Duke. Did he go to Duke? Yeah, he went to Duke. Coming out of Duke, I wanted to see him ball out. This is the Brandon Ingram that I've been waiting for. This guy, I mean, I started to see, like, I did have some doubts on him, but when he came out of college, this is the guy I wanted to see. This is the guy that I know could ball out, and this is what he did, 49 points. That's the Ingram I know, and that's the Ingram I definitely want to keep on seeing. I don't know how it's going to be when Zion comes back today. Hopefully, I think it's going to be the same. Like, he's still going to ball out because he's not going to get double teamed. So that's definitely going to help out Ingram a lot. Zion could possibly get double teamed, and you got Ingram, and you definitely don't want to leave Ingram open, because if he dropped 49 points getting double teamed. Imagine what he can do when only one person's guarding him. So that's pretty big. And I do hope this duo works out, because I wanted I probably said it in the past. I did want Ingram to leave, but if this duo works out these next few weeks, or it probably won't work out the next few weeks just because they still got to develop their talents and stuff. Um, but if they can work out from now to the end of the season and you start seeing improvement, I would like to see Ingram stay because they have a really good chance of making the playoffs then. I mean their team is good. They got young guys. I think they're just missing a few key pieces. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, they're just missing like maybe that one or two player. They don't need a superstar player or anything. Those guys can be their superstar. They can obviously Zion. He's already built to be a superstar because look at him. Look at everyone's talking about him. They're saying that he could be. He's the biggest talk of a first pick since LeBron James. So let's hope he lives up to the hype. If he lives up to the hype, him and Ingram, if they can work together, I'm telling you, they're gonna ball out. They're gonna make the playoffs easily next year. I don't know about this year, but next year for sure. Just because I think a few key pieces in the Western Conference are gonna change, depending what happens with the Westbrook and Harden thing. What's going on with the Warriors, Timberwolves? They're just out of the picture. Utah Jazz, they're doing well. See what happens. So they can sneak in there. It is pretty tough right now from the number 2 spot to the number 8 spot. I mean, they're not much difference in the loss column, or from number 2 to number 7, it's not much of a difference. So it is pretty hard. I think they all lost 13 games, which is crazy because back then before that never really happened, but now like the NBA is so tough that it's happening. So hopefully the Pelicans can find maybe. I mean, they got JJ Redick. If they can find like another guy kind of like JJ Redick or a little bit better, they definitely can make the playoffs next year. Definitely, if like I'm repeating myself, if Ingram and Zion can play together well, if they can, and that'll be dope. Obviously, not Zion, but Lonzo Ball. He's been balling out. I'll give it to him. He's been balling out. He's stepping up. I didn't really like the pick when Lakers drafted him. Obviously, it's too much talk around him, his dad, and everything like that. But he's been balling out, so I'll give it to him the past few weeks. He got benched early in the season. Then when he was able to play, he stepped it up. So, and that's what you got to do. When you get benched, the coach is telling you need to step it up, and he did. So I'll give it to him. He's stepping up. Like I said, when Zion comes back, I don't know what's going to happen. Who's going to take the big hit? It can't be Ingram. If Ingram takes a big hit, they are not going to do well. So Ingram has to be where he's at. Somebody else has to take a bigger hit. So maybe Lonzo or Holiday. Somebody's going to have to take a hit in their minutes, their points, and stuff like that. But hey, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So watch the game today, people. Or this is going to be out in a couple of days, but if you watch the game, I will talk about it next time. And let's see what else. I don't got too much news going on, but I do have, let's see. The Kyrie Irving drama. So I don't really want to get into this because it's like whatever. To be honest, I'm sick of Kyrie. Like every time he's having an interview or something like that, he's always saying something. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Kyrie Irving, he pretty much said that he comes back from missing 25 games, and he tells everybody that, hey, we need people to step it up. We need key pieces. We need more key pieces to build a championship team or to build a better team. Don't quote me on that, but what the fuck? What are you talking about, bro? The Nets went to the playoffs last year without you and KD. They went to the playoffs. They are a good team. The key pieces were you, Kyrie, and KD. That's it. There's no other key pieces. The Brooklyn Nets had a great team, and they were missing a few key pieces, and that was you and KD. You don't need any more players. I don't know what you're talking about. They have a really great team. I mean, they haven't been doing too well because your star players are hurt, and a couple players were hurt, but they are doing well. I just don't know what he's talking about. Like, what is going through his mind? He says some dumb shit sometimes, like the Earth is flat, that kind of bullshit. Like he does say some dumb shit. Obviously, he didn't go to class at Duke University, or he probably didn't even go to class in high school. But he's some of the things he says is dumb. I'm like, keep your mouth shut, bro. Like, and you're causing drama. And then he's trying to retract what he said or tell everybody what he meant to say. It just makes yourself look bad. Just stop. Play, just hoop, bro. Like, you missed 25 games before you play that one game. And then you're saying, we got a lot of work to do. Of course, you got a lot of work to do. This year, everybody knows that they're not expecting much from the Nets because KD is he's not healthy. You're not healthy. You both are healthy next year. We are going to expect a lot. We're going to expect a number 3 spot in the Eastern Conference. So I really don't understand what he's saying. I mean, I know what he's saying, but why is he saying it? It's so dumb, and apparently it's causing drama. I don't know if there's drama between certain players and him, but Kyrie Irving, he's dumb, and I think he's a shady player. I mean, like, you are entitled to do whatever you want as a person. If you want to leave your job, or if you want to leave the city to go play for a different city, that's on you. It's your choice. Kind of like any other regular person. They hate their job, they want to leave to another place. They can. You can do that. Some circumstances are different, where like you want to leave but you can't, but like, hey, you got to weigh up the options. And with athletes, superstars, they have a lot of options, to be honest. They do. Like Kyrie has a lot of options. He didn't have to go to the Nets and play with KD. So it's just like just stop, man. Just get healthy and play basketball, man. Like that's your mistake. Like back in Boston, when the dude, he said, I want to resign if you guys want me. That was just a bold lie. Your ass was leaving 100%, and he did lie, and he left. Like, don't fucking just shut up. If you are planning to leaving and you don't want to tell people, just don't say anything. It's better for you not to say anything than leave than say you're gonna stay and then leave. It's just, don't give people mixed emotions. It's like that's what LeBron did, and that's what he learned when he made to go to South Beach. He told everybody on TV, fucked everybody over, and then when he left Miami again, he made sure that he didn't announce it to the whole world. He told the people that he needed to tell, and he went back to Cleveland. So that's something he needs to learn. And Kyrie said, like they're talking about Kyrie's a bad leader, or he doesn't know how to be a leader. I don't think he's a bad leader. I just don't think he knows how to lead. Like, he's just like, kind of like this with the whole media thing. Like, that's just dumb. And he expects players to play at his level, which I agree. Like, your team needs to be, you need to be playing at a certain level, not like talent wise, but you need to hustle. Like, those players that need to hustle and all that stuff, you need to do all of that. And with Kyrie saying that on to the media, which was dumb, I was like, talk to your teammates. Whatever's in the locker room stays in the locker room. That's something you just don't talk about outside of the media or outside of the locker room. A lot of players do, which is dumb, but when you're a superstar caliber like Kyrie, you just don't say anything to the media. You're just going to stir up shit. And I'm pretty sure certain players on the Brooklyn Nets are pissed. I know they got to be pissed. Because Kyrie probably didn't even talk to them. He probably didn't even talk to them at all. That, hey, you need to play better. He probably didn't, which is fucked up. So, Kyrie, I don't know what's going on with you. Get healthy and start balling out. I mean, if you're a leader, your players will follow. That's what it is. Players will follow, and that's what makes a great leader. Look at who else? Look at Draymond Green. Draymond Green is a great leader on the Warriors. People follow him. He's not the best player, but people listen and stuff. So do that. Like, that's what you got to do, man. I don't know how to. I'm not saying you're a bad leader, but I'm just saying you just really don't know how to lead. And I think you're just approaching it the wrong way by going to the media. Don't go to the media. Talk to your players. Stick it out in the locker room. Whatever stays in the locker room stays in the locker room. You know, that's it. Whew. Get that off my chest because I was pissed about it when he came out and said it. So, but let's fucking move on. A couple more news I got. So Kemba Walker finally beat LeBron. First time. That's crazy. Let's get round of applause. Oh damn, that shit was kind of loud. But yeah, he finally beat LeBron James, Kemba Walker. So out of 29, so before going into this matchup, he was 0 for 28 against LeBron. It's fucking nuts. I didn't even know that until they announced it. I was like, shit, he lost to LeBron 28 times. But on Martin Luther King Day, he finally did it. He beat LeBron. It's 1-28. Still a shitty record, but hey, he finally got his win on LeBron. So congrats to Kemba Walker. Get your win, man. I mean, I wouldn't be cheering too much about it. I would focus on the championship. But hey, win's a win, right? Win's a win. Let's see. Oh, so my last news. So Chandler Parson. So a little background history on this guy. So he was drafted by the Houston Rockets late first round, I believe. I don't remember exactly, but he was drafted by the Houston Rockets, and he pretty much made a name for himself in Houston. The first 3 years, he made a name. Everyone's like, oh damn, he's balling out. He's Chandler Parson. He wasn't a superstar, but he made a name for himself. And then he was a restricted free agent, and he signed with the Dallas Mavericks. Huge money. Mark Cuban gave him a lot of money. Huge contract. And the Houston Rockets, they did not match the contract because they thought it was too much. Money plays effect into sports, and they didn't match it. And so he goes to the Mavericks. He plays a couple games. He gets hurt. He has knee problems. So the next 3 years, what happens? I know what happens. He's hurt. So he's hurt the next 2-3 years, and pretty much he's just hurt. He's getting paid all this money. He gets hurt, and literally, like, his name, everyone just forgot who he was. People forgot. They're like, his name is like, he's done. He was last year's news, but technically it was 3 years with the Mavericks. But he ends up getting traded to Memphis. Yeah, he gets traded to Memphis, or does he go to Memphis? I can't remember. I don't know if he leaves Dallas to Memphis. Either way, he still got paid a lot of money. So he goes to Memphis, plays maybe a couple games, and he's just hurt the whole entire time. I would say that past 5 years, he probably played maybe 20 games tops, and I might be overestimating that. So it's pretty crazy. And so, anyways, he's trying to get healthy and all that stuff. He has knee problems, it happens. And he goes to the Hawks. I don't know if he goes there in free agency. Like I said, I haven't really kept up with him. And he's finally healthy. So this year, he's finally healthy. He's ready to come back and play. He hasn't got any minutes, but he's finally healthy, which I'm happy for, because, I definitely don't want to see players go out like that. Finally healthy, ready to play. And then just recently, he gets in a car accident. So a drunk driver hits him, and obviously he has whiplash, and I don't know the extent of his injury, but his agent or somebody said that it is a career-ending injury, a possible career-ending injury. So I'm just like, damn, that fucking sucks. So this guy, 5 years he spent being injured, playing maybe, I don't know the exact amount of years, but it was a lot of years. Finally healthy, and he gets in a fucking car accident. 100% healthy, ready to ball out and play, try to get back to his form he was in the first 3 years of the NBA. Gets in a car accident, and they're saying that it's possible career-ending injury. Man, it fucking sucks. So, I mean, he got paid hella money for not playing, but dude, like, when you bust your ass off, especially trying to get healthy, and then something happens, it fucking sucks. So that's pretty much the history of what happened to Chandler Parson, man. Hopefully he makes a full recovery. Obviously, if it's a career-ending injury, basketball shouldn't be on his mind. It should be just focused on his health. So, prayers up to Chandler Parson. Hopefully you get better. Hopefully, I do want to see you back on the court, man. Those first 3 years in Houston, you were balling out, you know. So hopefully we see you back. Obviously, don't rush through recovery time, man. All right, so that's all I got for you guys today. Obviously, it's short. I'm not really trying to do these long ass podcasts, especially by myself. When you're talking by yourself, gets a little boring. Start to lose my voice. Hopefully I don't know. Hopefully something. But oh yeah, so I did mention that last episode I got this segment called Stepping Out of Bounds. So for me, I want to explain to you guys what stepping out of bounds, what I kind of want to do. Stepping out of bounds is literally off topic. I just want to talk about whatever, kind of not about whatever, but I want to talk about kind of myself, who I am. I mentioned in the past few episodes who I am here and there, but probably should tell a full story. Maybe my love of basketball. I mentioned that, but I probably want to go bigger. Not go bigger, but be more in detail. Talk about what's going on in the world. Because, life, ball is life for me, but life is all not about, it's not all about sports, but I do want to talk about like some things here and there that comes to my head. I'm just like, oh, do want to talk about that. Sometimes you can't really talk to your buddies about it or something. Not actually, I do talk to them, like what's going on in the world and stuff like that. And I thought it'd be kind of a good idea. I'm not gonna do it like every week, maybe once in a while. I was like, hey, what's a name that I can do involves with basketball? So I was like, oh, stepping out of bounds. So obviously once you step out of bounds, it's a turnover, and then, or you are going to the bench and you're not playing basketball anymore. So that's where it came to my head. And hopefully, I'll just have a few episodes here and there randomly. It's not going to take over obviously about basketball, but just random, like if I just want to talk about something, because I did do one episode or two episodes randomly about random things I talked about, drama and all that shit. I thought it'd be interesting. I'll give it a shot. Probably Timmy don't want to listen to it, but I don't care. He can just skip the episodes. Hey, yeah, anybody, if you don't want to listen to this, just don't listen. Skip to another episode, or fucking go to a different podcast, you fucking bitch ass motherfuckers. But yeah, all right. It's just a brief detail. Hopefully I will do an episode soon. Not an episode soon, but stepping out of bounds soon. Not sure when, but just whenever I fucking feel like it. But I will promise you guys, I will try to do an episode each day, or not each day, each week about basketball. All right. So this is Shooting Fadeaways, and I'm out. Peace.